What if I told you that one of the greatest minds in ancient Greece was not a king, a general, or a philosopher, but a queen, a woman who stood in the heart of a warrior society, not just as a royal figure, but as a strategist, a diplomat, and a leader who helped shape the fate of Greece? This is the story of Gorgo, the Spartan queen who outplayed the Persian Empire when Greece was on the brink of destruction. But why have most people never heard of her? We often hear about great Spartan warriors like King Leonidas and his 300 soldiers, but behind them was someone just as brilliant, his wife Gorgo. She was not just a queen. She was a master of politics, intelligence, and strategy. Her influence was so strong that even the powerful Persian Empire feared her wisdom. Stay with me as we uncover the story of Gorgo, how she decoded secret messages, warned the Greeks of invasion, and played a crucial role in saving Greece. This is a tale of intelligence over brute force, of wit over war. By the end of this video, you'll see why Gorgo deserves her place in history alongside the greatest minds of ancient Greece. The rise of Gorgo. Gorgo was born around 506 BCE in the city of Sparta, a place famous for its warriors and strict military lifestyle. Unlike most Greek cities, Sparta was different. Women here were educated, physically trained, and encouraged to speak their minds. And among these strong Spartan women, Gorgo stood out. Her father, King Cleomenes I, was a powerful and controversial leader of Sparta. From a young age, Gorgo was exposed to the world of politics, diplomacy, and war. Unlike other Greek cities where women had little influence, Spartan women were expected to be strong, both in body and in mind. Gorgo learned early how to navigate power, and by the time she was a teenager, she was already advising the most powerful men in Greece. The first sign of genius. One of the earliest stories about Gorgo comes when she was just a child, only around 8 or 9 years old. A foreign diplomat from another Greek city tried to bribe her father, King Cleomenes, with a large sum of money. While the adults were debating, young Gorgo boldly spoke up. "Father, you should not take the money. It will turn you into a corrupt ruler and harm Sparta." Her words shocked the men in the room. How could a child understand something that even experienced leaders sometimes failed to grasp? But her father listened. He refused the bribe, saving Sparta from falling into corruption. This moment showed that Gorgo was not just a typical Spartan girl. She was sharp, confident, and wise beyond her years. Gorgo and King Leonidas, a power couple. As she grew older, Gorgo married King Leonidas I, the famous warrior king of Sparta. Their marriage was not just about love. It was a partnership. In Sparta, women were not silent figures in the background. They were expected to manage the household, control finances, and even influence politics. Gorgo did all of this and more. Unlike other Greek queens who had little say in matters of state, Gorgo was deeply involved in Sparta's political decisions. She understood the dangers of the Persian Empire, which was growing stronger each year. While Leonidas was a military leader, Gorgo was his political advisor. Together, they formed a formidable team. The Persian threat, a secret message that changed history. By 480 BCE, the Persian Empire, led by King Xerxes, was preparing to invade Greece. The Greek city-states were divided. Some wanted to fight, while others considered surrender. Sparta, the strongest military power in Greece, was at the center of this decision. But how did they know the invasion was coming? This is where Gorgo's brilliance shined the brightest. A Spartan exile named Demaratus, who was living in Persia, discovered Xerxes' plan. He wanted to warn the Greeks, but Persia's spies were everywhere. Sending a letter openly would mean instant death. So Demaratus sent a wooden tablet to Sparta with no visible message on it. No one in Sparta could understand the meaning until Gorgo stepped in. She realized that the message was hidden beneath the wax coating of the tablet. She instructed the Spartans to scrape away the wax, revealing the secret warning underneath. The Persian army is coming. This message allowed the Greeks to prepare for war. Without Gorgo's sharp thinking, the warning might have been lost, and Greece could have been caught off guard. The 300 at Thermopylae, a test of strength and strategy. Armed with this knowledge, King Leonidas and his 300 Spartan warriors, along with a few thousand allies, marched to Thermopylae to delay the Persian invasion. This battle became one of the most legendary moments in history. The Spartans fought bravely, holding back a massive Persian army for days. But back in Sparta, Gorgo was not just waiting. She was continuing to advise the Spartan government, ensuring that even if Leonidas fell, Sparta would keep fighting. She knew that the Battle of Thermopylae was only the beginning. The real war would be decided later, in naval battles and city defenses. When Leonidas and his warriors were finally defeated, Persia thought Greece would surrender. But Gorgo, along with other Spartan leaders, had already prepared for the next move. Instead of fear, Sparta and its allies responded with determination. After Thermopylae, Gorgo's influence in the war. With her husband gone, Gorgo did not disappear into mourning. She continued to play a crucial role in the war. She worked alongside Spartan leaders, ensuring that the city remained strong. She also helped maintain alliances with other Greek states, making sure that the fight against Persia continued. Her influence was not just political, it was cultural. She set an example for Spartan women, showing them that they were more than just wives and mothers. They were part of the state, just as much as the men. Gorgo's legacy. The woman who defeated an empire. Gorgo's wisdom and strategic thinking played a major role in keeping Greece from falling to Persia. Though she did not fight on the battlefield, her intelligence shaped the war just as much as any soldier's spear. She proved that strength was not just about physical power. It was about intelligence, courage, and the ability to see what others could not. Despite her incredible contributions, Gorgo's name is often forgotten in history. Most people remember the men who fought, but few know about the woman who helped them win. It's time to change that. History is often told through the voices of kings, generals, and warriors. Their victories are celebrated, their battles remembered, and their legacy cemented in stone. But what about the minds that shaped those victories? What about the people who worked behind the scenes, making decisions that would change the course of history? Gorgo of Sparta was one of those minds, a woman who stood at the center of power in one of the most disciplined and militaristic societies in history. She was not a warrior in the traditional sense. She did not carry a shield or wield a spear on the battlefield, but her intellect, her sharp instincts, and her fearless approach to leadership made her just as powerful as any Spartan warrior. When the Persian Empire threatened to consume Greece, Gorgo did not stand aside. She used her intelligence to decode a secret message, allowing Sparta and its allies to prepare for war. She advised her husband, King Leonidas, and helped shape the strategy that would be remembered for centuries. Even after his death, she remained a force to be reckoned with, ensuring that Sparta did not fall into chaos and that Greece continued its fight for freedom. But perhaps what makes Gorgo truly remarkable is not just her role in war. It is what she represented. In an age where women were often seen as background figures, Gorgo was a leader. She was a queen who spoke her mind, a diplomat who influenced major decisions, and a strategist whose wisdom was valued by the most powerful men of her time. Her story challenges the common belief that history was made only by men. It reminds us that intelligence, courage, and leadership are not defined by gender, but by the impact one has on the world. Gorgo's influence may not have been written in grand battle reports, but it was felt in every decision that led to Greece's survival. So, why is Gorgo's story important today? Because it teaches us that history is not just about the warriors who fought. It is also about the thinkers, the strategists, and the visionaries who shaped the world. If you enjoyed this story and want to learn more about hidden figures in history, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. There are so many untold stories waiting to be uncovered. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and remember, the sharpest minds can change history.